Self-talk is the invisible accelerator or brake on your fat loss progress. Daniel, a boy I went to primary school with, didn't have a great time there. I have positive memories of him, which makes me think that he was a nice guy brought up in difficult circumstances. He was a boy with good heart, but rough around the edges. Looking at the situation through adult eyes, I can see a boy who likely had a tough upbringing. At age 9 or 10, he had these wild emotional rages in the playground. Poor grades, struggling to read, struggling with lots, I imagine. One day our teacher was giving out feedback and he said Daniel's name and he barked in his harsh rhetorical tone, "Is this the best you can do, Daniel?" My heart skipped a beat for him. "No, sir," he meekly responded, despondent, head down, shoulders sagging under the weight of another failure. I still remember it now. Well, actually, it was pretty good. At the time, I thought this was quite funny. What I now see is this was another negative experience for Daniel. Even worse, linked to something he'd done well. In a lifetime of low scores in tests, repeated talking tos from teachers, and now, to make things worse, even around a rare piece of good homework. Why couldn't my teacher be nice to him, positively praise him in front of his peers? Why couldn't he build him up just for once? Because even as a teacher, he didn't know better. And I see this in the dieting world all the time. People who have had Daniel's start, they've had difficulties, and for whatever reason, they struggle to make the right choices around food and exercise consistently. They eat high-calorie food excessively or mindlessly. They use high-calorie food to cope with uncomfortable feelings or as a reaction to something else. Or they simply can't control the portions they take in. They have a small success and then bam, they're on it themselves. Like the teacher, criticising, demanding, bullying essentially. Except this time, they're berating themselves. The voice is within. "Why did you eat so much? You know you can do better. That was so greedy. You can't do anything right." And sometimes this can be over foods like bolognese. Name me someone you know who's gotten fat from bolognese. I'll wait. I had a lady who, unless she eats salad, says she sees it as high calorie. How can you make decisions to be proud of when you see life through that lens? You simply can't. This approach, like my teachers all those years ago, is going to do nothing but harm. People aren't aware either how often they're doing it or how impactful this can be. Maybe you've done this for your whole life or as long as you can remember. But do you really believe it's not having an impact? That you could cascade Daniel with negativity and it wouldn't be reflected in his behaviour, his opinion of himself, his thoughts and more? If this is you, catch yourself. Stop. Congratulate. Praise. Reward in the form of a reassuring word. Daniel wasn't going to turn his life around in a matter of days, weeks or even months. He needed gentle nurturing, understanding and positive reinforcement for years. So do you. Show me someone who has changed their life sustainably across the board in a short space of time and I'll show you an outlier, or more likely, an unconscious liar who isn't aware of the work they need to do. And there are quite a few of these people. Most people don't see the extent of the areas they have to work on. If they did, they'd be more patient and realistic. If you criticise almost every decision, from the foods you eat, to the portion, to the way that you eat it, and the time of day you eat it at, you're probably bollocking Daniel for his good homework. If you lose weight that week, it's a win. Be kind. If you found this useful, please give it a like. If you've successfully been kinder to yourself, let me know how you did it in the comments. And if you'd like more content like this, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel.